Good morning. Today we'll discuss about the removal of unit production from a production rule or grammar. In this part, we'll see that how we can remove a unit productions. What is meant by unit production? If A produce B, that means A and B both are non-terminals, and in a grammar, if uh, such production rule you be able to found, then this type of production rule will be called as a unit production. But definitely, you ask to remove that unit production, and you just follow the couple of steps, specifically the step one and step two, and step three is for the iteration until the all unit productions is removed from the grammar. So for that purpose, what we will see, you will able to identify which are the unit productions. Suppose what are the unit productions you have in a grammar, and you will able to found that in a grammar that B produce X. This type of production rule also exists, where X can be a terminal node or even can be a null. Or X can be terminal node, okay, or X can be null. So that is the fact of that, the removal. What you will do to, you will replace the production A produce B by production rule A produce A produce X. So the non-terminal will produce a terminal, and you will delete the A produce B production rule from the grammar. That will lead you the simple removal of unit production from the grammar. Now question is how we'll do in a, and this process will repeat. Definitely the step 3 is there. This process will repeat until you complete the all unit production removal from a given set of rules of a grammar. So this is called a unit production elimination from the grammar. Let us now see with an example how this unit production elimination works. So here we have taken a one example. Uh, this one. So the production rules for a given grammar is given X produce XX, X produce A, where A is a terminal, Y produce Z, Z produce M, M produce N, and N produce A. So there are three unit productions you are able to found. There is one, there is two, there is three. So you collect these three unit production rules, and you try to eliminate one by one, starting from the outer loop to gradually inner loop. So it always will be related like this. There is the inner circle, then the outer circle. So you want to enter into the inner circle. So until and unless you open this envelope, outer envelope. So this is the like again another envelope you have. So you want to enter into the inside that. So first you will remove this first envelope, then second envelope, then third envelope. So first is the third envelope you have here. If you can see the third one, so M produce N. So as the M produce N is a unit production, and you can see there also exists a N produce A. So that is a non-terminal produce a terminal. So you can replace the N by A. So what it means that it become M produce A, and you can remove M produce N from the grammar. So as a result, yeah, you have a new production rule, M produce A, which is added in the grammar. And what you have removed, you remove the unit production M produce N from the grammar. So the rest of the grammar becomes this, production rules become this. So you have already removed that M produce N. So in place of that, you have a M produce A. Now, so that means you have able to cross the outer envelope, and now you want to go to the next, remove the next envelope, that is Z produce M. As you have M produce A, so you can very easily remove the Z produce M by putting Z produce A. Fine. So you able to get that you will add the Z produce A and you will remove the Z produce M from the grammar. So as a result, your iteration will be, second iteration also completed. So you entered into the second inner envelope. So now you have the production rule is converted into X, S produce XY, X produce A, Y produce Z, and Z produce A. Now you can see the last one of unit production, that is Y produce Z you have. Now the Y produce Z from the Z produce A, you can eliminate or you can remove that and put Y produce B. So as a result, you add a Y produce A and you remove Y produce Z from the grammar, and as a result what you get the entire solution from that. S produce XY, X produce A, Y produce A or B, as you get, sorry, Z produce A, sorry, Z produce A, Z produce A. So it will be Y produce A. So as a result, Y produce A and Y produce B, and Z produce A, M produce A, N produce A. But you can see that these Z to N, these are unreachable from S, because this cannot form a sentential form. These three cannot form a sentential form. That's why Z, M, and N are unreachable. Since these are unreachable, you can remove those. So you can remove this three production rule from the grammar. As a finally, you reach to the simplified and unit production eliminated grammar, which is look like S produce XY, X produce A, Y produce either A or B. So this is the reduced grammar or unit production free grammar, or unit production removal is applied for that grammar. So whenever you ask to remove the unit production, you have to follow the three steps which we have followed. So there is a, in a step you have you have to identify all the unit production rules. There are the three unit production rules. So in a unit production identification, since it's a three, so your iterations will be also three, because 1, 2, 3 is the iteration. So ultimately you will able to reach the inner loop. Inside the, you will able to break the three envelope and you will be inside this. So this is the concept of removal of unit production one by one. So iteration will start from outer loop to gradually you enter into the inner loop in a nested loops. So this is the three steps, three iterations include in a three steps. You complete the entire removal of inner product. Sorry, unit production. So This is with the example of discussion. Let us now again go back to the production. So this is the problem that we have discussed. Now, see the next product removal from the production rule. This is called the null production elimination. With a null production elimination, that is a removal of null production. So what we are able to found that if a production is consists of a non-terminal produce a null. So that is A produce null, where A is a non-terminal and it produces a null. It is arrived in a grammar. You ask to remove those productions. Okay. So what is the steps will be followed? Again, it will be 3 steps forwarded and it will be iterative. What you have to find out? Find out that which are the nullable non-terminals variables which derive null. So I have to find that maybe that the A is not directly nullable. Maybe A is produce B and B is produce null. So it's simply it means that A produce B and B produce null. So that means, so first one is you can see that the unit production, and B produce null. That means you can see that by removing the unit production, you will get A produce null. So A can be derived as a nullable non-terminal. So that you have to remove from the grammar. So for each production, suppose there is a produce A, maybe there is a produce A. Okay, maybe there is a produce A. Construct all productions like X, A produce X, where A is obtained from A. By removing one or multiple non-terminal from step 1. From step 1 means this one. Okay. Combine the original production with the result from step 2 and remove the null from the production. Let us start with the example to see that how the null production elimination took place. It is S produce A is A capital B or B. These are the few production rules. And there are another, again, you have a produce B produce B or null. So as you have B produce B, B produce null you have. So you can eliminate first B produce null. So if you're going to, so there are two nullable variable easily you can found from that. This is the A and B very easily because this is a unit production. So B produce null you have. So if you're going to remove that B produce null, so what happened in case of A produce B and B produce B respectively? So if you put the B produce null in a produce B, so you will get the two things. One, either A produce B or B produce small b, A produce small b by replacing the A produce B, and obviously by replacing A produce null by B produce null, you will get A produce null. So, and you remove the B produce null from the grammar. So now you can see that after first removal of B produce null, your resultant grammar become this, production rule become this. Now definitely you have A produce null in your hand, so you want to remove that also from the grammar. Let's see what it happened. Now you can see that whenever the A comes, to remove that A produce uh, to remove A produce null, we can reflect back to here whenever the you have a. So you can put that A produce null first. So from ASA you can have a three different type of combination. One is without having any change of ASA, then you can put this A as a null, so you will get SA. You can put this A as a null, you will get AS. You can put the both the A as a null, so you will get S. So these three are added when you going to remove A produce null from the production rule. And as you can see, you have already removed it. So that's why it become A produce B and A produce small b. But don't you have the A produce null because A produce null is removed. So as a result, you can see that after removing the null, you have a final solution like this, where you don't have any null production. Okay, so that is the basic discussion of how to remove the unit production and null production. I hope that examples will help you to recall the all the steps for to the two type of removal schemes for unit production and null production.